Seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat basketball.
Matt Johnson. Number 5, Dalton Nett. Number 14, Brock Wisney. And number 22, Riley Abercrombie. Head coach for the Bears.
I'm Keith Galogly alongside Brian Preby as we get set for Montana State and Northern Colorado today. Jesse Ropolato is the man back in the studio tonight. Lights have darkened at the brick. They're playing the warm-up video now before they announce the Montana State starting lineup. So while they play that, let's get you the starting lineup for the Northern Colorado Bears. In the backcourt, it is Dalen Kuntz, who was the league's leading scorer last year. He's at 16.5 this year. Matt Johnson, another guy scoring in double figures. He was held scoreless in the first meeting against Montana State. Dalton Knecht is the league's leading scorer at 21 points per contest. Brock Wisney is in the front court, a freshman who's been getting more playing time over the last couple of weeks, and Riley Abercrombie joining him in the front court as well. Abercrombie, though, a guy we're going to see way more on the perimeter and the outside than you will down on the inside and interior. For Montana State, their starting lineup today looks like this. In the backcourt, once again, it is Darius Brown, Tyler Patterson, and Raekwon Battle of the Tulalip tribe. Caleb Fuller is at the 4, and Jabril Bello, the all-time leading shot blocker in Montana State history, the only man to block 150 or more shots in the blue and gold, is starting at the center position. Montana State comes in at 16-8. They are 9-2 in Big Sky play, sitting 2 games back of the Eastern Washington Eagles, which are 11-0 this season, and on a program best 13-game winning streak. We'll keep an eye on their ball game getting going in just a little bit as well. On the other side, Northern Colorado coming in at 7-15, 2-8 in Big Sky. They've lost their last 2, but they were very, very close against Montana. They trailed the whole game, but still ended up losing by just 2 in that contest. And so, Ryan, it's one of those things. Sometimes, it was a close game. You come in with confidence, or you're a little discouraged. We'll see what we get tonight.
It'll be interesting, too, because their big 3 plays so many minutes. They played almost the entire game in Missoula. What do they have left when you have an afternoon game on Saturday? Yeah,
and also for Northern Colorado, they did have some road trip troubles trying to get over there. I know a lot of people around here and in town and even beyond. I know our radio network stretches pretty far. I-90's been banged up. Sometimes there's been like a few hours, couple of days where you couldn't go east or west out of Bozeman on I-90, and it took them like 5 hours to get over here from Missoula yesterday during their travel day. So just a little extra added degree of difficulty as it goes when you get to Big Sky travel. Kind of, a nice way to pay it back since it's so hard to get to Greeley and down to Flagstaff.
No question about it. The other thing about Northern Colorado that's really intriguing, they start 4 seniors and a freshman. So you're talking about a team that they've been around. These guys have played a lot of college basketball, and you know that they're thinking, hey, we're good enough to make a run in the Big Sky. We got to do something in February to get ourselves ready to do something like that. But I think that they have to be thinking that way, and maybe they view beating the defending league champs as that stepping stone to get some things going.
Now they almost took down Eastern Washington on the road. They did win 2-3 at one point in the Big Sky. We'll see what we get today. Knecht and Bello at center court, and the Prime Lending tip-off is won by Northern Colorado, and we are underway at the Brig. Presented the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State and Northern Colorado. UNC with the first possession of the game. Matt Johnson has the dribble. He moves to his left and fakes the handoff to Knecht. Fuller is there, picking up Dalton Knecht. So Caleb Fuller is the first man tasked with slowing down the top scorer in the league. Knecht gets down to the right block, turns, fall away jumper, rimming, no. And Tyler Patterson grabs the rebound. Danny Sprinkle up out of his seat quickly, applauding that effort for Montana State. MSU really did struggle on the glass, particularly the offensive glass in the last ball game. Raekwon Battles sporting the red shoes as part of the No More Stolen Relatives awareness game. Montana State with it, give it to Patterson, now into the post for Bello. At the free throw line, turns around with a jumper, splash. Jabril Bello shaking his head, shrugging his shoulders. Hey, you can keep taking that shot as long as it goes in.
Yeah, that'll work. That's exactly what Northern Colorado would rather watch him do, because they watched him down in Greeley just put his shoulder into guys and take him to the rim.
Montana State has a decided advantage in the front court. Bobcats up 2-0, 18:45 to go in the first. Handoff up top. Kuntz hands it off at the top of the key as well. Abercrombie working on the right wing with 3 to shoot. Abercrombie puts up a contested jumper, airballed it short, and Bello makes the catch on a hop. MSU from right to left for the basketball, and a 2-0 lead 90 seconds into the game. Brown to the right elbow. Throws back up to the top for Fuller. Toss into the post, a little high. Bello brings it down. He's way out high on the left baseline. Draws a double and kicks it out. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Raekwon Battle out on the right wing. Bounces into Fuller in the post on the right block. Fuller backing down with 7 to shoot. Fuller spins, got blocked from behind, out of bounds. Staying with Montana State and 5 seconds to shoot.
Kind of interesting the first 2 possessions here. Northern Colorado crosses half court and dribbles the clock down to 15 before initiating offense. So they're trying to shorten this game, reduce the number of possessions.
Battle off the inbounds pass, fall away jumper. That's no good. And UNC with a rebound. The Bears push ahead. Northern Colorado with it, down 2-0. 18 minutes to go in the first half. Connect drives, kicks back up to the top with 3 by Abercrombie. That rattles in and out, and that's going out of bounds. But 2, Montana State, as Jabril Bello got a nice hip check from Brock Wisney. Billings Clinic Bozeman Pediatrics is the proud sponsor of Champs Kids Club. Did you know we have a pediatric cardiologist and endocrinologist right here in Bozeman to care for all your kiddos' hearts and diabetes conditions? For your convenience, schedule their appointment online at BillingsClinicBozeman.com. Montana State with the basketball. Here's Battle on the drive, pump fake underneath, leans in and kisses it off the window. Raekwon Battle with his first 2 points, averaging over 22 a game over his last 5.
Yeah, and the 2 big-time scorers for Montana State, Bello and Battle, have got on the board early. Good signs for the MSU offense.
17:20 to go in the first half. Lob up to the top of the key for Wisney. Throws into the post. Johnson could not handle the pass down to the left block. Out of bounds. Bobcat basketball. Darius Brown was there with some tight defense underneath.
Yeah, Bobcats are on point defensively right now. Northern Colorado not getting any kind of decent look. Forced to try and thread the needle. That doesn't work out usually. That's a turnover. That's their first.
Montana State leading 4-0, 17-13 to go in the first half. Brown out of the left wing. Throws to Battle at the top. Battle works his way down to the right block, gets underneath, puts it up, and got it to go again. A little bit of patience and a timeout called by UNC. So Raekwon Battle nicely done down underneath, showing some patience and some touch. And Battle's got 4 early points. So 17 minutes to go in the first half. Montana State leading 6-0. Everything's rolling the right way for the Cats right now.
Yeah, and I like how Raekwon started tonight. You know, last few games he started from the 3, he's missed a couple, then he's gone inside and got it going. Tonight, it's attack the basket early, get that rhythm, see the ball go through the net a little bit, and then once you've done that, go ahead and start probably launching from deep.
Now, Raekwon Battle has been knocking down his threes a little bit. He started Big Sky play shooting 20% from 3 over his last 3 games, 46% from the arc, and that's with an 0 for last game against NAU. So it started to be there again for Raekwon Battle, who certainly is a dynamic 3-point shooter and can shoot the lights out when he's on. And we'll see when that starts to get going again here for Montana State. Coming out of the UNC timeout, Bears have it. They work offensively to our right. They trail 6-0. 16:50 to go in the first half. Dalton Connect works his way to the left wing, accelerates down to the left baseline, tries to fall away jumper. That one rims out, and the Bobcats have the rebound. Bello was clearing out that box underneath. MSU gets it out to the right wing. Patterson, confident 3, got it. Tyler Patterson from the right wing buries his first shot of the game. Lovely to see that look out of the hands of Tyler Patterson.
And that was a contested 3, guy all over him. So good to see him raise up with that confidence, like you said.
Montana State leading 9-0 starting this ball game. Up at the top, Kuntz working his way in, and a foul. Foul called on Montana State, and it's Raekwon Battle who came over with some help, his first. Montana State up 9-0, 16-10 to go in the first half. UNC will inbound underneath their own basket. Johnson looking, Finds Kuntz down to the right baseline, tries the jumper, that's no good. Rebound tipped out, and Abercrombie gets it, fires it back underneath, and Kuntz able to reverse the layup and put it in off the window. So it was an offensive rebound that led to the first field goal for Northern Colorado. Dalen Kuntz gets on the board with his first 2 points.
And UNC jumps into a 2-3 zone, so as we said in the pregame, you expect UNC to throw the kitchen sink at the Bobcats here tonight.
MSU gets the ball to Brown, takes it to the elbow, misses the jumper from the right side. Darius Brown has been in a little bit of a shooting slump over the last couple of games. Still highly productive, though. Abercrombie down to the mid-post on the right side, working on Brown, backing down, got stripped, and they called a foul. I don't know. We'll see if we find a replay during this break. We're going to take a timeout. 15:30 to go in the first half. Montana State leading Northern Colorado 9-2. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. In the first half, the Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. Well, Brian, Montana State, a much quicker start today. Currently 4 of 7 from the field, and they've held this outstanding Northern Colorado's offense to just a 1 of 6 start from the field today.
Yeah, really good start. You see a team that's a lot more focused than they were on Thursday night in the first few minutes here. Definitely locked in, not going to give this team from Greeley a chance to get a little bit of momentum.
We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and Riley Abercrombie is going to the stripe for a couple of free throws. His first is good. Abercrombie, one of the grad student transfers, came over from Rice. He's from Australia and is averaging 8 points per game. He's listed as a forward, plays the 4, but he takes a lot of threes, as this free throw is no good, and Montana State collects the rebound. Bobcats up 9-3 over the Bears. They did win the first meeting against UNC earlier this year. Battle gets to the free throw line, tries a jumper, that's no good, and UNC has the rebound. Northern Colorado to our right, Kuntz against Fuller, throws it back out to the top. Now here's a topside 3, that's good. 5 points for Dalen Kuntz in the early going.
Bobcats need to get a post touch here. They've settled for some jump shots the last 2 or 3 possessions. Time to get a little something going.
They do get it down to Bello, and he banks it off the glass from the right post. That was easy. Boy, he had a lot of space. And Jabril Bello with 4 points in the early going.
Yeah, they ran a variation of the lob play where you fake the backside action for the lob. Northern Colorado bit. Bello's wide open for the easy do.
That backside was wide open in their game against Montana. Connects. Don't pass up to the top. Moved around to the left wing. Kuntz on the drive into the lane, stops, pops for the jumper, swirls off, put back attempt, tipped, and recovered. Caleb Fuller got a shove, but was right with it. Now pass ahead. Jabril Bello, the two-hand slam. A dime from half court by Darius Brown in transition, and Jabril Bello finishes. Bello's got 6. Jabril Bello came in needing 24 to surpass Danny Sprinkle on the all-time scoring list. And now we've got a whistle away from the ball and a foul charge to Caleb Fuller. Here comes Great Osibor into the game, Bello to the bench.
Bobcats with 3 fouls already, UNC 0. I don't know if that's because they don't play a lot of defense or the Bobcats are getting handsy.
Northern Colorado to inbound. They trail 13-6, 14 minutes to go in the first half. Kuntz takes it to the left elbow, goes over to Abercrombie, tries a right wing 3, and that's good. That's what Riley Abercrombie does. 42% from downtown on nearly 83-point field goal attempts this year. Back into the zone for Northern Colorado. Montana State with the ball up 13-9. 13 and a half to play in the first. Bounce into the middle of that zone, Fuller. At the free throw line, kicks it back out. Raekwon Battle on the right wing. Battle's got the dribble, gives to the top, around to the left wing. Brown tries a 3. No, off the inside of the iron, but a long rebound, and Brown tracks it down to the left corner. Cats reset. Brown's got it at the top. Shuffling back toward the head of the Bobcat logo at center court. Moving over to the right wing, Brown. Crossing over to the right elbow, skip into the left corner. Patterson for 3. Count it. Another dime by Darius Brown. Tyler Patterson from downtown, and Patterson has a pair of 3s today.
And the Bobcats do a great job sealing the backside of the zone. Caleb Fuller makes that a reality. All they had to do was make the easy pass and knock down the shot.
4 assists so far tonight. Here's Kuntz on the drive, misses the layup down to the right side. All assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services. Patterson into the front court. He's got 2 Wendy's 3-pointers today. Steps into a third. Does he got it? Yes! Tyler Patterson! 3 from long range.
Bobcats come out shooting. I don't think they've made 3 threes. Well, actually, they did make 3 threes the other night. It took 40 minutes. Tonight, just at 7.5, they've matched that total.
And they made 4 threes against Sac State on 8 attempts, and then they had hit 6 threes against Portland State, but that was quite the departure from what we had seen. Dalton Connect can't finish on the left side. Osibor affected the shot defensively. Bobcats running Patterson again. No, there's the heat check, but an offensive rebound by Osibor. The Bobcats reset. Into Osibor at the free throw line, right in the middle of the zone, working his way down the left block, steps through, whistle. Oh, they called an offensive foul on Osibor for that. The defender didn't go down. He didn't do anything malicious. He was stepping through with a little bump of his shoulder into the chest. And, man, I'm not sure why that was called. We'll take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 11:54 to go in the first half. Montana State leading 19-9 over Northern Colorado. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We remind you that at First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. Montana State leading 19-9 over Northern Colorado. 11:54 to go in the first half. And one of the stars already, Tyler Patterson, 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. So 3 Wendy's three-pointers from Tyler Patterson, and a welcome sight to see Patterson knocking down some shots from beyond the arc.
No doubt. It's really an X factor for the Bobcats as they head into late February and March, is just knocking down those open looks.
Patterson's a big part of that. He's a great scorer. And you imagine this has been a very difficult, mentally speaking, season for Patterson with how up and down it has been. But he's up today with 3 threes. The Cats have a 10-point lead. Creech into the paint, turns, got blocked by Patterson, picked up his loose ball with 3 seconds on the shot clock, and a left wing 3 is good from Matt Johnson. So that was 27 seconds of great defense with Matt Johnson able to pick up a three-pointer on the left wing. MSU with the ball. Patterson throws into the post on the right side for Osibor. He's doubled. Bad pass. And that one is picked up by UNC in the backcourt. Hustling ahead. Down underneath. And Reynolds able to finish. So turnover turns into a relatively easy bucket for Northern Colorado. Langston Reynolds able to finish.
Yeah, bad offensive sequence there for Montana State. Kind of got to find that rhythm. You go out of those timeouts, sometimes just lose your mental edge.
Montana State with the ball. Caleb Fuller over on the right wing, bounces into the post. Osibor working his way into the paint, and a blocking foul. Before the shot, boy, just took out his man. So that was Theo Hughes who went down, and it looked like Bella just kind of ran right through his legs, put a knee right into his thigh.
Yeah, he was putting too much weight onto Great Osibor, and when Great pulled the chair out from under him, he went down hard.
Montana State resetting the shot clock to 20. They'll inbound underneath their own basket. Robert Ford looking to get it in. And he finds Battle down to the right baseline. Pump fake, leans in through contact. No, but it'll go to the line for 2. And that was one of those plays where we actually don't see it called in favor of Battle too often. So many times we're seeing him lift off and a defender stays straight up and he goes right into their chest. More times than not he's finishing, but he really isn't getting the call very often, the call he just got.
Yeah, there's no question about it. He has somewhat of an anti-gravity effect on his shoes or something because he can stay up there for so long, but you're right, he rarely gets the call.
First free throw is no good. He'll line up a second. Just had a stretch of 22 consecutive free throws snapped in his last game. Second one's no good. Boy, that's rare. And Battle misses 2. Bobcats up 19-14. 10:20 to go in the first half. Northern Colorado with a basketball to our right. Matt Johnson was scoreless in the first meeting. He's got 3 points today, holding the ball out near the half-court line, guarded by Robert Ford. Bounce to connect on the right wing. He steps up for a 3, got it. Ooh, he was left wide open. That was a mistake by Montana State. First 3 points for Dalton Connect.
Yeah, the on-ball screen there. Great Osibor's got to step up to the level of the screen, get a hand up, take away that good look. Northern Colorado, 4 made 3s already.
And a carry. Yeah, Battle did kind of palm that ball, and a turnover by Montana State. All of a sudden, UNC on an 8-0 run here. This is what they can do. They are terrific on the offensive end, and their big 3 guards are starting to find a little bit of a rhythm now.
Yeah, and they score quick. 8-0 run in a minute 15, and they go from 10 down to 2 down with the ball. Chance to tie or take the lead.
Simpkins Holland believes in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing tradition has met quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Holland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946. We got a whistle and an offensive foul. An illegal screen as Robert Ford went down. So it's coming back the other way, Montana State basketball.
Yeah, that's a freshman play there for the Bears. Wisney has an easy screen to set and give his guard a chance to go make a play, but just leans that hip out and takes out Darius Brown. Easy goal.
Montana State's lead has been cut to 2. They've been in front by as many as 10. Bounce down to Fuller on the right baseline. Throws it to the free throw line for Brown. Out to the left wing for Ford. His 3. Got it. Robert Ford from downtown to the left wing off the assist from Darius Brown. He's got 5 dimes already.
Yeah, and the Bobcats with 6 total assists. We said 20 would be the number tonight. Right now they're on pace for 24.
Montana State up 22-17, 9.25 to go in the first. Boy, it just makes life so much easier when three-point shots fall.
Yeah. Both teams combined 8 for 11 from behind the arc. That's big time.
Matt Johnson with 6 to shoot. Johnson crossing over down to the left block 4, swarmed by Fuller, turns, scoop, no, and the Bobcats tip out the rebound. Here's Raekwon Battle in transition one-on-one, and he got fouled. So they're going to say no shot. It was before he went up. It was during that Euro step while he brought the ball down. So it will be Montana State inbounding here underneath the basket. First foul on Dalen Koontz.
Yeah, and I think that's the right call right there. Ryan Holmes all over it. He saw the Euro step and another continuation. So on the ground, Bobcats got it underneath.
But there's some more good rebounding by Montana State. Able to get out in transition a little bit.
And the Cats up 12-6 on the glass right now. That's a big part of having a little bit of a lead.
Brown to inbound, lobs it out. Robert Ford hauls it in over his shoulder. Gives it back to Brown on the right wing. We've got a whistle and a foul. Fighting underneath. Great Osabor drawing a foul from Riley Abercrombie. So first on Abercrombie. Great Osabor proven to be a difficult man to handle. And now here's where Montana State's going to really try to put the foot down with Bello and Osabor in the front court. Like we mentioned earlier, those two guys have a decided advantage against the 4 and 5 on the floor right now for UNC, which is Abercrombie. He's more of a wing, and then Wisney, the true freshman, who does not have the same size as Bello. Here's Battle, wide open right wing 3. Kissed it off the glass. I don't think he called glass, but it still counts for 3.
Yeah, I think he'll take it either way. Something seems a little awkward with the shooting. Both missed those free throws. I wonder if he didn't kind of get dinged a little bit when he got fouled a few minutes ago.
UNC with the ball. They trail 25-17, 8:20 to go in the first half. Wisney with the dribble. Throws it over to the right wing. Koontz comes left around the screen. Koontz turned to the corner, down to the left block, floats it up. Short. Bello had the defense, and he grabs the rebound. Montana State up 25-17, 8 minutes to go in the first half. Brown lobs into the post. Osabor down to the right block. Kicked into the right corner. Ford for 3. Count it. Pair of threes for Robert Ford, who's stroking it from downtown today.
And the Bobcats, 3 straight threes, 9-0 run answers the Northern Colorado 8-0 run to push that lead back up to 9.
6 Wendy's three-pointers, 8 assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services. Johnson turns to his left, gets to the left elbow, picks up the dribble and has to kick it back out. Abercrombie, bounce pass down underneath, knock free. Great Osabor, the active hands. Here come the Bobcats. Brown into Bello, and he had it fouled. Yeah, he was fouled. Boy, that took a long time for that whistle to come, but they did get the foul. He had his arm ripped down, and that will take us to a timeout. How about the defense by Great Osabor to start that run? Let's take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:30 to go in the first half. Montana State leading 28-17 over Northern Colorado. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. The Wild rivalry series between Montana State and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl the Wild promotions at your local town pump. Sitting the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State's on a 9-0 run. They lead 28-17 over Northern Colorado. They've got 6 Wendy's three-pointers and 8 assists, all presented by Aware Mental Health Services. Darius Brown, another 5 assists today. He also had 7 assists and 1 turnover in the first meeting first meeting this season as well. So, Brown hasn't been scoring as much lately, but he never views himself as a scorer. He views himself as a pass-first point guard, and he's certainly been doing that over the last couple of ball games.
Well, and I'll tell you, when you think about having 8 assists in 12 minutes, I mean, that's just tremendous. Bobcats average 13 assists a game, and they're among the tops in the league. Here they've got 8 already.
Brown throws it long to the outlet of Robert Ford in the backcourt, and Montana State sets it up. 7:25 to go in the first. Cats up by 11. Kick into left corner. Patterson again. Got it. Tyler Patterson. He's got 4 threes. There he is. Boy, that is a welcome sight. What a relief for the sophomore sharpshooter who's knocked down 4 threes in the first half. Good for Patterson.
Yeah, Bobcats now 7 of 9 from 3. By far the hottest start of the season from behind the three-point line.
Out of the left block. Johnson turns and blocked, rejected by Bello. Block number 151, and a foul on Matt Johnson, who knocked down Robert Ford. So Jabril Bello took over as the program's leading shot blocker the last game with 2 quick blocks against Jalen Cone. And great video message on social media from Dewey Michaels, who he passed. He was so excited, very complimentary of Jabril Bello. But you just love to see that, and so exciting to have Bello's names what's the word I'm looking for? Etched into the record book. This is why we're a team.
Yeah, that's right, a teammate.
Front end of a 1-and-1 from Robert Ford is good, but very exciting either way.
Absolutely, and that's the thing that's a difference. Nobody in the league has a guy like Bello, and then Great can do it as well, but those guys just take away points, take away easy looks, and get teams that get a little tentative, get a little nervous to get in there.
Ford hits both free throws. Robert Ford having a real nice start to the ball game today. He's got 8 points. Montana State 7 Wendy's three-pointers. They're 7 of 9 from beyond the arc. Cats up 33-17. Here's a drive, and that's another block. Jabril Bello swatting it away. Cats running the other way. Ford out on the right wing. Throws to Bello. Bello with the dribble down to the left block. Kicks it back out to the top. Good patience. Bello got his foot taken out. Able to get his shoe back on, has it in the post, in the paint, stepping through, kicks it out. 8 to shoot. Brown into Osabor, down to the left block against a guard, turns and banks it in. Lets out a big scream coming down the floor, and a timeout called by Northern Colorado. Montana State on a 16-0 run, and the Cats taking over now.
Yeah, they really are, and again, you see a team that's highly focused against a team that's just struggling defensively, and that 16-0 run is just, when you're 2-8, that feels like a 40-0 run. Looking at an 18-point deficit, 26 minutes to go in front of 4,500 people here at the Brick, that just doesn't feel very good for Northern Colorado.
And this is the look, this is the effort, this is the crispness you're looking for from Montana State. And to be clear, it is really hard to keep the consistency of the effort like that. I mean, it is just such a grueling schedule. So, yeah, it's going to ebb and flow a little bit. But, man, when you do see that kind of consistent effort, energy, focus, it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, and it's like Danny said on the postgame show at the end of the Northern Arizona game on Thursday night, you get teach off a win, and teaching off a win is great. These guys got the message. We didn't play like we're capable of. Let's not do that Saturday. 35-17, I think they heard him.
Cats in front, 6 minutes to go in the first half. UNC with the ball to our right. Kuntz has the dribble, throws over the left wing for Hughes, hands it off to Connect. Behind the arc, Connect, steps behind the screen, tries a 3, came up short. Robert Ford grabs the board. Out to Patterson, right wing 3 ball, No, that one's off the front iron. Ooh, Bello just went head first into the base of the backboard. And Montana State gets a steal on the other end. Bello's way ahead, cherry picking, and he reverse two-hand slam! Over his head, back facing the cup, two-hand jam. And now they're sending everybody to the benches.
I think what they want to go look at is the Bello play where he got pushed into the backstop on the previous possession. See if there was a flag there, a foul there. Seems like a little bit of a delayed reaction.
So Bello, the only reason he was cherry picking was because he got a little bit of a shove from behind while he was in the air, and so he went into the padded structure of the hoop, the blue pads underneath, kind of went in like forearms, shoulders first, came up okay, but it's going to take a second to kind of get up, stand up, and, well, Tyler Patterson had another quick steal on the other end, and that allowed Bello, who was cherry picking a little bit, to have plenty of space, and then leapt up, kind of a 180 over the head, two-hand slam. Pretty special stuff.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to be that athletic right there? But Bello would just put a little exclamation point on what is now an 18-0 run over the last 4 minutes.
And so that's what the officials are taking a look at right now. We remind you that Bobcat basketball is presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. Download the McDonald's app for free large fries every men's Cats basketball game day. So the officials taking a look here to see if there should be anything extra added here against Northern Colorado. Montana State right now 11 assists, presented by Aware Mental Health Services, 7 of them from Darius Brown. Bobcats with 7 threes, all sponsored by Wendy's. So officials have finished looking at the monitor, and now they're talking about things at half court. We'll see what's up.
Yeah, you see a lot of head shaking. My guess is there's nothing there, and it's just going to be Northern Colorado ball going full court.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't know that there was anything there. It was probably just one of those moments where you're a little vulnerable in the air. And maybe it should have been a foul, but probably nothing more.
Could also be a flop. We didn't get to see a replay of it, so we don't really know, but
they reviewed it.
They reviewed it, and it was pretty quick, too, so it must have been pretty clear.
Montana parents know parenting isn't easy. ParentingMontana.org provides you with a way to build the skills your child needs to be successful. ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success. Bobcats leading at 37-17, 5:29 to go in the first half. Tyler Patterson leading the way with 12 points. Great game already from Robert Ford. He's got 8. Jabril Bello with 8. Raekwon Battle with 7. The Bobcats on an 18-0 run. UNC with the ball. They're just burning that clock down until about 15 seconds on the shot clock before they initiate the offense. Connect working his way down to the right block against Fuller. Connect trying to back down, spins, hooks, no, and they called a foul on Caleb Fuller, and that'll be Fuller's second.
That feels like a tough call right there. I thought Caleb had pretty good position, but Bobcats' 18-0 run may end right there, but I think there's a decent chance that may be a decisive moment in this ballgame.
Connect, averaging 24 points per game in the Big Sky. He's got 3 30-point games, all coming in the last 7. First free throw is good. He had gone into that game in Missoula on Thursday red hot. Ended up scoring 17 points on 7 of 12 shooting, but those were the fewest points he had scored since January 12th.
Yeah, he had a little foul trouble in that first half, so he didn't play his usual complement of minutes. Also felt like he kind of threw off his rhythm, really got going in the second half, which a scorer like him can go in all directions. I've talked to a couple people, even in the Pac-12, who've said they thought he was a good enough guy to be a role player bench guy in the Pac-12 just because of his offensive prowess.
Connect splits the 2 free throws. Great Osibor grabs the rebound, and Montana State goes to work offensively up 37-18, and now it's taken away by Matt Johnson. Bears going the other way, and Johnson able to lay it in transition.
Crazy game right now. Bobcats start 9-0, then give up a 6-0, then go 10-3, then give up an 8-0, then go on an 18-0, and now they're giving up a 4-0. So it's just been a game of runs. See if Montana State can stop that bleeding quick.
Montana State up by 17 with the ball. Bounce into the post. Osibor down to the right block. kicks it back out to the top. Ford tries a three. That's no good. And the rebound grab by UNC. Bears from left to right, trailing 37-20. 4.25 to go in the first half, and a foul. Easy hand check call on Nick Gonzalez, who picks up his first. Save the date for MSU's annual Giving Day, starting at noon on February 15th and going through 5 p.m. on February 16th. Support the Cats with a donation of any amount to the Bobcat Club Annual Scholarship Fund. Learn more at msuaf.org. Northern Colorado with the ball. Abercrombie out on the right wing. Throws up at the top. Sam Lekelot has checked in for the first time today. Quick pass underneath Hughes, guarded by Osabor, and he's able to lay it in. He was able to get away from his man, and Theo Hughes has his first 2 points.
Northern Colorado 6-0 now. They have given themselves a little shred of momentum, cut this thing to 15.
Brown to the free throw line, kicks it out. Lekelot throws into the right corner for Patterson, who's had a hot hand in the first half. Around to Brown at the top, who's got 7 assists tonight, 7 to shoot. Over to Battle on the left wing, pump fake, drives, gets into the lane, swarmed by 3 defenders. And what do we got? They called travel there. So they'll take us to a timeout. 3:35 to go in the first half. Montana State leading 37-22 over Northern Colorado. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Remaining in the first half, Montana State is leading it 37-22 over Northern Colorado. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We'll remind you that at Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. We'll be back at the Ribbon Chop House on Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. for the next edition of Cat Chat. Northern Colorado with the basketball. Montana State firing on all cylinders right now. They're 7 of 11 from 3. They're 7 of 11 from 2. So overall, they're shooting 64% tonight.
Yeah, the Bobcats must have got a lot of shots up yesterday because everybody's looking good, Ford and Patterson especially.
UNC with the ball, connect against Patterson, down to the left block, kicks it back out to the top. Here's Abercrombie, his 3 is no good, and it bounces out of bounds. Bobcat basketball. Now look, free throw shooting was an issue for Montana State at the start of the year. That's now a strength. Can the Cats turn what has been a weakness, the three-point shot, into a strength at some point?
Well, I tell you, if they do, this team has got an unlimited ceiling at that point, because that is the one thing that's held them back all year, just their ability to bust out an 80, 85, 90-point game and kind of do it effortlessly. Bello, Alsabar, and a bunch of threes, and, man, they're going to be scary.
We're out at the free throw line. Gets rid of it out to the right wing. Patterson Throws back to Brown. Bounce into the post. Bello, 5 to shoot. Bello doubled down the left block. Goes up anyway. Couldn't get it to go. Battle the rebound. Goes back up and lays it in with a right hand. Battle looked like he wanted to dunk, but then adjusted in midair, brought the ball down chest high, and was able to use his right hand to wrap that thing around and off the glass. 9 first half points for Raekwon Battle. Northern Colorado with the ball. Kuntz out of the right wing, 10 to shoot, moving left, gets to the top. Kuntz to the left elbow against Battle, works his way down to the left block and is fouled underneath. Raekwon Battle picking up his second foul. Robert Ford checking back in.
Yeah, Battle did a good job on that. Defensively, it just kind of came off his feet and lost his balance and just ran into Kuntz, and Kuntz took advantage.
Montana State leading 39-22, 2.25 to go. UNC going to the stripe. Prime Lending offers home financing programs with personal attention, straightforward guidance. It's also important to work with mortgage professionals who live and work within our Bobcat community. Please give one of your local Prime Lending loan officers a call today. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Kuntz knocking down his first free throw. He's got one more coming. Battle takes the seat with the 2 fouls, but he's got 9 points in the first half. Next shot is good for Kuntz. Montana State leading 39-24 over Northern Colorado. 2.25 to go in the first. Brown across the half-court line gets the play call from head coach Danny Sprinkle. And a whistle, foul, away from the ball. And this is charged to Theo Hughes, his second. It's a big foul. Montana State will go back to the line.
Gives Jabril a chance to get himself in double figures here in the first half. That was a weird, I don't know what Hughes was doing. I mean, Jabril's just running up to go set a screen. He just kind of grabbed him.
Front end is good. Now, Bello is listed at 6'9", 240. Hughes is listed at 7 feet, 250. But they're pretty close in height. And I don't know, Bello looks like he's the bigger man.
Bello's both taller and thicker, but I would never trust a roster sheet heights and weights in college basketball.
Both free throws are good for Jabril Bello. He's got 10 points. The Bobcats lead it 41-24, 1:50 to go in the first half. Hughes has it way out high. A couple of Brits battling there. Hand off to Connect. Working on Patterson down to the right block. Patterson there defensively. Connect picks up the dribble and gets rid of it with 5 to shoot. Johnson at the top 4. Johnson guarded way out high 2. Johnson contested 3. Air ball. Shot clock violation. How about that defense for the Bobcats?
Tremendous play by Sam for him to step out against basically a point guard type player and not give up any look is just a tremendous effort.
Yeah, Sam Lekolai, kind of one of those sleeping giants. He's only a sophomore. The numbers aren't going to pop at you. 4 points, 3 rebounds a game, but he's got talent. Alley-oop. Bello finishes with a right-hand layup and one. Got hit in the air, went down hard, but he pops back up with a big, beaming smile. 12 points the first half for Bello with a chance for another at the stripe.
Has a nice little ball screen, pick and roll play right there. Bobcats clear out that side of the court, gives Bello all kinds of room, and Darius Brown with yet his 8th assist, 12th for the Bobcats already.
That's crazy.
He has not scored, Darius Brown, but he has got 8 assists.
Bello knocks down the free throw. He's got a baker's dozen, 13 points. He's 11 away from surpassing Danny Sprinkle on the all-time scoring list at Montana State. 75 seconds left in the first half. Cats up by 20. Johnson bounce pass underneath. Wisney able to get around with a right-handed layup on the reverse. Tough finish for Brock Wisney.
I like Wisney. I think he's going to be a nice player. Only a freshman. He's got some decent athleticism, big, thick body. Wait till he hits a weight room and just continues to develop his skills.
Yeah, still a true freshman. Bounce into the post, Lecolot working against Abercrombie, down to the left block, turns, hooks, no, but draws the foul. Got hit on the arm by Abercrombie, who picks up his second, and Sam Lecolot will head to the stripe. Bobcat basketball is brought to you in part by Kendall Ford, Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute when you're ready for something new. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. First free throw is good for Sam Lecolot. He's been doing most of his offensive work at the line over his last 5 games. 9 points, 7 free throw makes.
That's nice. So it's a luxury. Bobcat bigs shoot the ball well, and bigs generally get to line more. So that's another thing that bodes well come March.
Knocks down the second, picks up another Mario coin. It's a 20-point lead again. Now Johnson underneath, hands off, and a foul as Wisney went up trying to put that thing back up after it had been tipped. And Robert Ford is tagged for the foul. He knew it, kind of turned back to the bench and said, yeah, they got me. Oh, it's nice when a player just admits it.
Yeah, it's all right. You don't have to argue every call.
Well, there's an art to work in the officials, though, is there not?
Definitely, and you get on their good side when you own something that's obvious.
First free throw's no good.
Northern Colorado now 4 for 7 from the line. They're shooting better from 3 than they are from a free throw line.
Next shot, that's good. Wisney splits the pair. They're 69% from the free throw line in Big Sky play this year. Here comes Montana State, and a timeout called by the Bobcats to draw something up. 33 seconds left in the first half, and Montana State leads it 46-27. Jabril Bello leading the way with 13 points. Tyler Patterson 12, 4 threes for Tyler Patterson. So very exciting to see. Patterson's hit 5 threes in a game twice this year, so we know he can do it. Robert Ford has hit 2 tonight. He's another guy that can knock down the 3. Other guys like a Sam Lecolot, Raekwon Battle, Darius Brown, Caleb Bowler, all of those guys can hit 3s. It's not like Montana State is relying on just one guy.
Yeah, there's no question. They just haven't been very consistent so far this year. Like, you think about Robert Ford, we do post-game, obviously, every game. I mean, he's out here shooting 3s.
Every day.
Every single game after game night. He's out here. He's got a manager rebounding for him. He's getting up, 100, 150 shots while we're jabbering on about what happened. I mean, those things pay off over time, and I'm happy to see Robert Ford knock down a couple tonight.
Robert Ford certainly has been one of the unsung heroes for Montana State. And for a team that's sitting 2 games back of first place behind the undefeated Eastern Washington Eagles, they haven't had a player named to the Big Sky Player of the Week team at all year long, which does speak to the depth. Coming out of a prime lending timeout for the Bobcats. 15 seconds on the shot clock, about a 7-second differential at the end of the first half. Montana State up by 19. Ford initiates with 10 of the shot clock, weaves down to the right block, lays it up and got it to go. Took it right into the chest of the Bears. 10 seconds left in the first half. Here comes Kuntz across the half-court line. 5. Kuntz down to the right baseline, tries a fall-away jumper. That's no good. Offensive board, put back, and a foul on Ford as he tried to close out. And Matt Johnson will get a couple of free throws after the second foul on Ford.
That's a bummer for the Bobcats because they get the stop they want. They just can't come up with the rebound. And Northern Colorado with a chance to push it under 20 going into the break.
So Matt Johnson to the stripe. He's a 6th-year guy. First free throw is good. Montana State shooting 65% from the field. They've out-rebounded Northern Colorado 20-9. Next free throw, rimming, no. And that is the end of the first half. Boy, Sam Lecolot got a nice kind of heave off from the baseline. But that'll end the first half. Take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leads Northern Colorado 48-28 as we head to the break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Montana State at halftime leading 48-28 over Northern Colorado. Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. Well, Brian, Montana State up by 20 here at halftime, and when you look at the offense, things have been falling for the Bobcats. It's been nice to see.
Yeah, tremendous offense. I mean, 65 from 2, 64 from 3. You score 48 points. I mean, you're on pace for 96. The thing I love more than anything is those 12 assists. Such an unselfish group of guys. Darius Brown, 8 assists at halftime. Unbelievable.
Looking at some of the numbers here for Montana State, 65% from the field overall, 7 of 11 from 3. All 3-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's, and 7 of 9 from the free throw line for the Bobcats. Northern Colorado, 35% from the field, 4 of 8 from beyond the arc, 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Bobcats out rebounding the Bears 21-9 in that first half. Jabril Bello with 13 points today on 5 of 6 shooting. Tyler Patterson, 12 points on 4 of 6 from the 3. So nice to see Patterson going to work and doing some heavy lifting today. Raekwon Battle, 9 points on 4 of 6 from the field. 2 points from Great Osabor, 2 points from Sam Lekalot, and Darius Brown, 0 points on 2 shots, but Brown tonight with 8 assists in this ball game, and he has not turned the ball over. So 8-0 in terms of assist to turnovers for the guy who's got some of the best handles in ball control around the Big Sky. Don't forget, he tied the program record for most assists in a game with 16 earlier this year. I think that was the Middle Tennessee game. I don't know. It was one of the games in Canada, but
yeah,
pretty special to watch what we're seeing from Darius Brown tonight.
Yeah, I mean, when you can impact a game with only taking 2 shots and not making either at the level he is impacting it, it's truly phenomenal. He leads the league in steals. He's going to lead the league potentially in assist-to-turnover ratio and maybe even in assists overall.
All right, we'll step aside. More to come. Montana State leading at 48-28 over Northern Colorado at halftime. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Their nations, and their unique way of life.
at halftime, and Montana State is leading at 48-28 over Northern Colorado. All right, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat basketball. I'm Caden Galogly, sitting alongside Brian Preby with Jesse Ropolato back in the studios tonight. We're at the midway point of this ball game. Montana State currently leads it 48-28 over Northern Colorado. We'll take another quick break. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. The Bobcat Insider TV show, which airs on the CW on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. So a lot of different content to get caught up on Bobcat basketball. We also want to shout out Simpkins Holland, which sponsors our Behind the Mic feed, which is available live through every men's basketball game on both the Montana State YouTube page and on the Bobcat Sports Properties Facebook page. That's where we get those clips that we might see on social media of Brian and I calling the game. So if you want to see that, you can, and it's presented by Simpkins Holland. All right, we're going to take one more break. When we get back, we've got the start of the second half. Montana State leads Northern Colorado 48-28. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Montana State leading at 48-28 over Northern Colorado as we get set to go for the second half. Jabril Bello, 13 points today. Tyler Patterson, 12 with 4. Wendy's 3-pointers. And Robert Ford has matched his Bobcat career high with 10 points. He does have a career high over 20. Remember, he was an all-league player over at Idaho State for a couple of years before coming here. So Montana State really spreading it around. And now, Brian, you asked for offense. You got some offense for the Bobcats today.
Yeah, no surprise there. Montana State's been very deliberate. They've been patient. They've been really smart, and they've made the extra pass. And that's a winning formula against anybody, but against a team that's not very good defensively, that is a crushingly well-played formula. Be interesting to see what Northern Colorado's got. If you're the Cats and come out and you put a little 6-0, 8-0, 10-2 run to start this half, will they stay in it, or will they just shut her down and start thinking about next week?
Yeah, well, we'll see. If that ends up being the case, Montana State's got the depth, and one of the things that does work in your favor, when you can get some lopsided games in your favor, it allows that second level, that third wave, because really the Bobcats have 3 waves, to get some meaningful minutes. There's a few guys down there deep at the end of the bench who have some skill, and the more you can get them on the floor, the more they're going to develop.
Absolutely, and again, if you can load manage a little bit, Jabril Bello, even Darius Brown, he plays a lot of minutes.
Yep, he's a guy who was coming off injury from last year. He was a little banged up at the start of the year as well, Brown was.
Yeah, and you don't feel bad if you give Raekwon a little break as well. Those are the 3 guys that are going to carry you to the championship if you're getting there. And so if you can build this thing up to 25-30 and get under the 10-minute mark, you can let those guys rest a little bit.
Yeah. Those guys are going to be putting up the 35 to 40 minutes when we get into Boise. Montana State starts the second half of the basketball. They lead 48-28. Tyler Patterson slings over the left wing for Darius Brown. Backs it out. Brown holding, whistle, offensive foul, charge to Montana State. Jabril Bello has been hit with his first.
He is in a bit of disbelief as he goes up the court the other way, but the official was pretty decisive, and Bobcats got to get stopped.
Lob into the post. Wisney going to work against Bello. Wisney trying to back down. Bello building a wall. Tries to spin to his right shoulder. Back to his left. Nowhere to go. Gets rid of it. That pass was tipped by Raekwon Battle. Foot race down to the baseline. Saves it. Leaps over the cheerleaders. I didn't see the official signals. That's staying here, going the other way. Staying here.
Yeah, great hustle play by Raekwon Battle and Darius Brown to get up the floor. All starts with the brick wall that is Jabril Bello in the low post.
So now the officials are discussing things, and we're good. It is coming here for Montana State. Credit Battle and Brown. They had some great hustle, and the cheerleaders right now still trying to catch their breath. I'd be scared, too, to see Raekwon Battle heading with a full head of steam coming at me like that, but he just jumped over all of them.
Yeah, thankfully he's athletic enough.
Montana State with the ball. Fuller down to the left block, back into the post, spins to the right shoulder, leans in with the left hand, short and draws the foul. And Fuller will go to the line as Riley Abercrombie has picked up his third foul. Fuller scoreless tonight. He's been a little quiet since that 18-point performance against Portland State last Thursday, so a little over a week ago. It's in there, but it's just been a little up and down offensively for him.
It has, but his defense on Connect tonight has been tremendous. Held him to 4 points thus far on 1 for 5 shooting. And I mean, if you do that, you don't need to score to make a huge difference in this ball game.
Knocks down the first free throw, now lining up his second. And that is good. Always fun. You can always see who the head coach trusts the most defensively when you're facing the league's leading scorer. And we've seen Caleb Fuller and Tyler Patterson picking up Dalton Connect a bunch tonight. UNC with the ball into the post. Kuntz working on Battle, scoops it up and in. Low percentage shot, but still was able to finish. 9 points for Dalen Kuntz. Montana State up 50-30. 18:45 to go in the second half. Bobcat basketball. Patterson out on the right wing. And a foul underneath. Wisney's going to get tagged. That's his third as he was fighting around with Bello. Officials discussing and explaining things now.
I don't envy anybody having to guard Jabril Bello. Even for one possession, he's so strong, he's so quick, he's so athletic. Like, that's just miserable assignment.
And he keeps it up. He keeps that energy, he keeps up that effort throughout the whole possession. Here's Bello underneath, launches, goes up, finishes, and one. Jabril Bello going back to the stripe, just would not be denied, and Wisney quickly picks up his fourth foul.
It's pretty funny. I feel like Jabril has shown more emotion tonight than most games. He's a pretty, stone-faced guy, but he's been fired up a couple different times tonight. You can tell that game on Thursday night didn't meet standard, and these guys wanted to show that wasn't the real team that they are.
Bello puts it up and puts it home. Well, he had a massive game in the first meeting against Northern Colorado, and he was coming off the 17-point performance on Thursday against Northern Arizona. Montana State up by 23. Northern Colorado with the ball. Johnson into the lane, stops in the middle of the post, swarmed by Bello and has to get rid of it out to the right wing. Back to Johnson. He tries a flat-footed three, but it swirls in. Just a little too much cushion given by Darius Brown that time.
Yeah, Darius needed to close out one more step, but he was worried that his momentum would get him beat off the dribble. So he shortens it up and costs Bobcats a quick three.
Montana State up by 20. Bounce pass into the post. Bello draws a double. Throws it back out. Battle makes a contested catch. Spins off his man. Bounce into the post. Fuller. Kicked out to Patterson. Steps to his left. Lets it fly. Count it. Number 5 from Tyler Patterson. He's hit 5 threes in this ball game. Third time he's done that this season.
That's pretty amazing because that's not a possession Northern Colorado will play ever. 7 passes, wide open shot, bucket.
Connect the other way. He got it to go from 3. Dalton Connect's first field goal in the second half. He has 7 points.
And 5 for 5 combined so far in the second half. These two teams are plus 3 for 3 from the free throw line. So the offense didn't stay in the locker room. We know that.
Caleb Fuller catches a tipped pass. Bobcats up 56-36, 17 minutes to go in the game. Brown to the right elbow, works his way down to the mid-post, kicks it back out to the top. Here's Fuller on the drive, kicks it down to the left baseline. Catch made by Bello, lays it up, got it to go. Let's see, they called a flop and then an offensive foul. So hang on, they called a flop when Fuller went in, and then they let the play continue, and they called an offensive foul on Bello. The flop was first.
Be Bello's third.
Tough foul on Bello. They called the flop first, but they let the play go. And then while the play was extended because of the flop, then the offensive foul occurred. That's crazy. I can't believe you don't go to the flop first. It would have been better for Montana State just to have the play called dead.
Well, and that's what happens on the flop is it actually the whistle blows, stops play. Official didn't stop the play, so now it continues on, and at some level, I guess they decided that the
well, the flop was with Fuller with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't, because they're supposed to. That's what they've been doing. They've been letting it go. I can't believe they don't revert back to the flop. Instead, they give Bello the offensive foul when he wasn't even a part of what the flop was. And now a foul on the other side. Raekwon Battle is called for it. Third foul on Raekwon.
And boy, I tell you, this Northern Colorado team could score now. I mean, they are coming out of the gates hot. They got 10 points in 3 minutes and a chance to make it 11 in 3 minutes. That's, you know, and that's their one hope to come back is they are such a good offensive team. If they can play any kind of defense whatsoever, they'd have a shot.
Hey, watch the press.
Forward into the game for Battle. Dalen Kuntz head to the stripe. Played 2 years in Colorado. Put up 20 points a game last year. Has been struggling lately. But 1 for his last 7 from 3 over the last couple of games. His free throw is good. Montana State with the ball. They lead 56-39, 16 and a half to play in the game. Bounce pass underneath, tipped, recovered by Bello, down to the left block. Those out to the top, around to the left wing, Brown. Into the middle of the zone, Fuller, back to Brown in the left wing. 10 to shoot. Brown down to the left baseline, bounce pass underneath, Fuller makes the catch and lays it in. Another terrific assist by Darius Brown. He's got 10. Fuller now with 4 points. 10 Aware Mental Health Services assists for Darius Brown. Foul, charge to Montana State. Jabril Bello. Bello picking up his third. Sprinkles saw it. Sprinkles telling Bello that it was a foul.
They're going to call everything for them right now.
Montana State leading 58-39. 16:05 to go in the game. Northern Colorado to inbound. Looking. And a lob into the backcourt for Matt Johnson. Johnson out on the right wing on the drive, going to the rack, lays it in. Quick flashing take by Matt Johnson, who's now into double figures with 11. He did not score in the first meeting. Had now a little pressure into the backcourt, and the Bobcats pass through it. Ford. Bounce into Osibor, back to Ford, up to the top, Brown, and he surveys to set it up. Danny Sprinkle raises his right hand to the air to make the play call. Brown goes to Fuller on the left wing. Quick pass underneath, Patterson makes the catch, could not finish, down to the right block. Rebound to Northern Colorado. Johnson weaving into the lane, gets down underneath, pump fake, and a foul. Got it to go, too, on a circus shot. Osibor bit. Second foul by Osibor. Just kind of threw it up there after he drew the contact. Smart play, and somehow, some way, that thing fell in. Matt Johnson now getting going. He's got 13 points, and all of a sudden, Northern Colorado just putting a little pressure up there. But Montana State still in front comfortably for now. We'll take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15:24 to go in the ball game. Montana State leads it 58-43 over Northern Colorado. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Montana State leading at 58-43 over Northern Colorado. 15:24 to go in the ball game. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We remind you that the Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites is a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit comeonin.com to book your stay today. Matt Johnson going to the stripe, trying to complete a three-point play. 91% from the free throw line this year. And he missed it, but an offensive rebound by Connor Creech. Kicks it out to Dalton Connect. He steps into the lane, stops, cut off by Osabor, and he lobs it back out. 10 seconds to shoot. Connect against Osabor, backing it out, 7. Connect with the bounce, steps into a 3. No. Offensive rebound again by Creech. Nobody put a body on him. Here's a drive by Johnson into the lane. He swarmed down to the right block, gets rid of it, and a whistle and a travel. Cats force the turnover, but Sprinkle's not happy.
No, 2 offensive rebounds on that possession, and when you get a guy like Creech in the game, I mean, that's his game. He's Mr. Energy hustle guy. He goes and gets 2 offensive rebounds, makes his presence felt.
Go!
Montana State with the ball, lob down the left sideline. Here's Robert Ford, alley-oop. Osabor had it knocked away, and then Robert Ford takes it away after a rebound by UNC, so it's Bobcat basketball. Boy, what a sequence there. Nice job by Theo Hughes to get up and knock that alley-oop attempt away, but then Ford, after UNC got it, came in and knocked that ball away and extended the possession for the Bobcats. Out to Patterson on the left wing, around to Ford to the right side. Ford driving down to the baseline, and he draws the foul. Matt Johnson gave him the lightest of hit checks. So foul on Johnson, his first. Bobcat basketball underneath.
Good possession there for Montana State. They got to get their scrappiness back and take this, do a little 6-0, 8-0 run and get back in a comfortable place.
Osabor doubled, passes out of it. Over to Patterson on the left wing. Give it to Ford. He lets it fly from downtown. That's a little bit short, and Northern Colorado has the rebound. Just over 14 minutes to go in the game. Montana State up 58-43. Into the lane, Coons draws the foul. Marius Brown, a little contact underneath. And Brown picks up his second foul. You know, it can be tough, especially from a fan perspective when you watch a play like that, because, you know, there's such an emphasis of keeping your hands straight up, but you can't forget, if you make contact underneath with your body, your hips, your chest, your legs, that's where fouls can occur. So sometimes it looks like the arms were straight up, but if you make that contact with your hips, that is a foul.
Yeah, there's no doubt it was a foul. Darius slid underneath him, and that's an easy call right there. He doesn't like it, but it is what it is.
Free throw is good for Kuntz. And, you know, I can understand from a fan perspective, you come to a lot of these games and you see that. Keep an eye below the shoulders, because sometimes you're putting your hands up, leaning back, but that's forcing your hips into the defender. And again, that is a foul. That is correctly called in those moments.
Yeah, easy call.
Free throw is good. Kuntz hits them both. Bobcats lead at 58-45. 14 minutes to go in the game. Cats have led by as many as 23. It's been cut to 13. So still, you know, plenty of time left in this game. Oh, it's still a Cats' favorite game right now. UNC can score in a flash. Brown weaving, kicking out to the right corner. Patterson thought about a 3, but the pass was a little bit high because of some of the pressure. 3 seconds to shoot. Brown tries a deep 3. No good. Rebound tipped, and Northern Colorado has it. Dalton Connect ahead of steam into the front court against Patterson. Into the lane, scoops it up. Could not get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Brown leaps up and grabs it off a hop.
Boy, Bobcats avoided a bullet right there. That cuts it to 11. UNC continues to build that momentum. They're on a 12-2 run right now.
Bobcats haven't scored in over 3 minutes. Big possession here for Montana State. Fuller throws to Patterson. Gives to Ford beyond the arc. And a bad pass picked off. Connor Creech in transition to the rack, and he lays it in transition. And a timeout called by Montana State. Prime lending, home loans, made simple. All right, Northern Colorado has made it an 11-point game after trailing by as many as 23. The Bobcats have called a timeout. We'll step aside. It's Montana State 58, Northern Colorado 47. 13:04 to go in the ball game. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Back to First Interstate Bank broadcast position. A young Bobcat fan has just won a gigantic purple bear by winning winning musical chairs during the break. During that musical chairs. That is huge.
Controversial ending there,
really
though,
was.
because the young lady walks off with it. The young boy definitely
Got
had
there first.
cheeks on the chair first. The chair is just so wide they could both get in, and I think Champ maybe couldn't quite see the play. He was kind of blocked out, but oh well.
Boy, that young girl's walking away with a heck of an award there with that massive purple bear. All right, back to business. Bobcats leading at 58-47 with 12:58 to go in the ball game. Montana State with it to our right. Ford gives to Brown, facing a 2-3 zone. Brown takes it into the mid-post, throws it back up to Ford. Moving left to the wing, 7 to shoot. Ford to Fuller, 5 into the left corner. Patterson, 3, tries a contested 3. That's no good, and it hops over the backboard. Montana State really starting to struggle offensively here, and now Northern Colorado with the ball on a 14-2 run.
Yeah, UNC has made this a ball game. Got a chance to take it to single digits right here. Bobcat defense needs to step up, as it has so many times this year.
UNC with the ball. Going over to the left wing, Connor Creech. Shuffling right. Lob to connect down to the left baseline, guarded by Ford. Trying to back down onto the left block, hops into the lane. Runner, no. Fight for the rebound, and a foul called on UNC as Osabor goes down hard, and it's Theo Hughes tagged with it.
That's Hughes' fourth. So both UNC big guys sitting with 4 fouls. I don't know if Northern Colorado cares about that, because they're going to play a lot of zone here in the second half, but it might actually help them go to a small lineup.
Montana State in the first meeting scored 44 points in the paint. Tonight they have 18 through about three quarters of this game. Montana State able to push it across, but it was tough with some of the full court press from Northern Colorado. Bobcats up by 11, trying to end a 4.5-minute scoring drought. Brown on the left wing. Gives it to Ford at the top. Looking for the post. 7 over to Patterson in the right corner. 4. He tries a contested 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped out. Northern Colorado basketball. The Cats really starting to struggle on the offensive end. We'll talk about that when we come back, taking a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leads Northern Colorado 58-47 with 11:36 to go in the game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. in the ball game. Montana State leading it 58-47 over Northern Colorado, but Bobcats a bit on their heels here. Sitting the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and Northern Colorado's on a 14-2 run, Brian. How come they've been able to push this thing out?
Yeah, I think what they've done is they've just got Montana State all out of sorts. When Bello and Raekwon Battle went to the bench with 3 fouls each, Montana State's offense just died with that. On the other end, the Bobcats defense hasn't been able to keep the Bears out of the paint. They've just driven the ball to the kind of the restricted area and just jump up and make shots, a couple and ones, and they got a little momentum.
UNC with the ball. They work from right to left, riding a 14-2 run. Got a chance to get this once 23-point deficit down to single digits. Out of the right wing. Kuntz has his pass taken away. Darius Brown to the cup, and he lays it in. Nobody has more steals in the Big Sky than Darius Brown, and he turns that one into 2. And that ends nearly a 5-minute scoring drought, and he takes it away again. Thrown ahead, Great Osamor slams it down. 2 straight steals by Brown, and Great Osamor capitalizes the second with a 2-hand flush.
Darius Brown is so timely, it's just absolutely comical.
And an offensive foul. Brown goes down and draws the charge on Dalton Connects.
And again, Jabril Bello, more emotion than I've seen him in 2 years. He was pretty excited. He got Connect driving, lined him up, and just took it right in the chest. Hard to imagine Connect at his body weight pushing Bello over so easy, but boy, it happened right there.
Wow, what a flash. And it started with the defense for Montana State. Bobcats leading at 62-47 with 10:30 left in the ball game. And an offensive foul. Osamor, an illegal screen, and that's his 3rd.
Easy call, easy call. Great has got to learn that when you are coming to the blind side, you got to give the guy a step. You don't have to get right in his hip pocket. That's just an unfortunate turnover.
Northern Colorado with the basketball to our left. Connect has it out high. Bobcats leading at 62-47. Connect into the lane, stops, jump pass, out to the left wing. Wisney hands it off for Creech. Working on the left wing. Creech into the lane. Working on Patterson, had it knocked free, recovered by Northern Colorado. Kuntz steps in and misses the jumper on the left side. Fight for the rebound, still loose, and the Bobcats come away with it, and then a foul is called. Great Osamor was diving around. The foul called on Matt Johnson. Cats wanted to give that one up, but they just did not.
Somebody put some soap on the ball. Nobody could get their hands on it.
And that's going to send Montana State to the line. See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. So Robert Ford going to the line. Next point for Ford will be a Bobcat career high. And the first free throw is good. Ford spent his first 2 years in community college. In 1 year of his seasons at community college, he had 7 triple doubles in a single year. Spent 2 years at Idaho State, but was a little banged up last year. His free throw is good. He was a starter at Idaho State and now has a Bobcat career high of 12 points tonight. It's not his overall career high, though.
And the Cats on a 6-0 run to take that 11-point lead back to a more comfortable 17.
Got up to 23, down to 11. And up back to 17. Johnson had it taken away. Darius Brown. He's got 3 steals in the last 3 minutes. Oh, wow. What defense. I know Jabril Bello's the reigning defensive player of the year, but look out for Darius Brown. Bounce into Bello in the lane. Turns, hooks, rimming. Got it. Jabril Bello. He's got 18. The Cats back on track now.
Bring Bello and Raekwon back, 8-0 run, instant offense, all fueled by the defense of Darius Brown.
Ooh, nearly took it away. He did. It's loose. Fight for the loose ball, and a jump ball. Darius Brown knocked it free. And then Wisney and Osibor getting tied up. And again, credit great Osibor for laying out so many times. He is getting down to the hardwood first.
Yeah, this is a tremendous sequence right there. Darius Brown just has such great vision and awareness and anticipation.
Join Champs New Kids Club presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $25 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/champskidclub. Northern Colorado basketball with the jump.
When they call top, that's the
Tyler Patterson checking in. Darius Brown will take a seat. How about the stat line Darius Brown has today? 2 points, 5 rebounds, 12 assists, no turnovers, and 3 steals, and he's plus 29 today.
It's just laughable.
Plus 29 in 27 minutes. That means the Bobcats are up 29 in terms of scoring when Brown is on the floor. Jabril Bellows a plus 34 today. Johnson to the free throw line, pulls up with a floater. That's no good. Osibor rips down the rebound. Great rebounding by great Osibor. Montana State up 66-47. 8:40 to play in the game. Northern Colorado put some scoreboard pressure on here in the second half, but the Cats are on an 8-0 run. Handoff for Battle at the top, working his way down to the right baseline. Battle backs it out, now starts to drive again on that baseline. Jump pass out to Bello at the top. 4 to shoot, Osibor, 2. Osibor spins, lays it, got it. Just spin cycled his man underneath. Same spot, he hit the game-winning shot on Thursday, and the Cats are back up by 21. A drive and a floater, no, but a foul on Bello. Got him underneath, and that'll give two charity stripe shots here for Northern Colorado as Bello has picked up his 4th.
Make him go one way.
And Osibor's got a cut, so he'll have to go to the bench and get taped up. We know that each home purchase is unique. That's why Prime Lending offers home financing programs with personal attention and straightforward guidance. It's also important to work with mortgage professionals who live and work within our Bobcat community. Give one of your local Prime Lending offers a call today. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. So they're going to try to get this taped up, and Osibor is taped up. Gets a Gatorade bottle tossed to him, splashes some water through the grill. Now he's ready to go back to work. They got to put that disinfectant on his shorts. It's going to be a tough day for Dave in the room doing the laundry today.
Yeah, we're going to have to get out a little extra bleach this afternoon and clean it up.
Giving shout it out a whole new meaning. All right, free throws coming for Daly and Coots. But really, again, give great Osibor a ton of credit. He is the first one on the floor so many times as Coots knocks down the first of the 2, and part of that is certainly the influence of Jabril Bello, who's heading to the bench. And, you know, as we get deeper in the year and we really start to put into context the legacy Jabril Bello has, that effort we see from great Osibor, who's the heir apparent, comes from Bello's effort.
Without question, and it's not just there. Double violation, yeah.
So double lane violation here before that shot went up.
Which is kind of a silly call because a double violation just means reset to where you were.
Which was right before the shot.
Might as well not blow it.
Officials talking about it right now. Meanwhile, we let you know that the Billings Clinic Bozeman Pediatrics is the proud sponsor of the Champs New Kids Club. That's the one who gave out those big purple bear earlier. They are accepting new patients and offer same-day visits, complimentary meet-the-doctor appointments for expecting parents, and telehealth appointments. To schedule an appointment, call 406-898-1950, or for your convenience, schedule it online at billingsclinicbozeman.com.
Now they're going to go to the monitor.
So they're giving Osibor a foul?
Yeah.
Right now, Sprinkle getting it explained to him.
So I'd imagine Kuntz shoots 1, and then Wisney goes to the line after that.
Osibor explaining things to Sprinkle right now. And, you know, for Osibor, he's got 3 fouls. This is why it's so important for him to continue to stay out of foul trouble because you're going to get some called against you. Did you see the replay there?
I did not, but yeah, that's what they're going to do. So Kuntz will shoot one, then Wisney will step to the line. He'll shoot 1 and 1.
All right, so Kuntz misses the free throw.
And what am I going to say?
And that means it was a bad call.
Ball never lies. Ball never lies. There it is right there. You heard
Well, why
it.
do we even have officials? We could just have teams shoot free throws for the foul.
That's all we need to do. I've never seen a double lane violation. I've been around basketball a couple of years. I've never seen a double lane violation.
Okay, so now Wisney, because he was fouled on that double lane violation, is going to the free throw line. And the front end of the 1 and 1 is good. So they had to reshoot the free throw on the lane violation. They called a foul on the play against Osobor, who now has 4 fouls. I think I said 3 a moment ago. It is 4. Wisney makes the second free throw. Montana State basketball, they lead it 68-50, 8 minutes to go in the second half. Fuller, a nice screen to the backcourt. That springs forward to get across the timeline. Handoff for Battle. Over to Fuller. Fuller turn to the corner. Cut off underneath. Trying to back down into a post position now. Pump fake. Hands off underneath. We've got a whistle and a foul on Northern Colorado.
Kick ball.
Oh, kick. Thank you.
On the pass. Kick ball.
A lot of traffic in there. All right, Montana State will have the ball when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:53 to go in the game. Montana State leads it 68-50 over Northern Colorado. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Sit at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We remind you that real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. 7:53 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading at 68-50 over Northern Colorado. And Brian, Bobcats have locked down defensively now. This dynamic Northern Colorado offense has not hit a field goal in over 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that the Bobcats have that ability to turn that defensive lever up. Obviously keyed by Darius Brown's 3 steals, but it's just been a really big difference over the last 3 minutes.
Battle takes the inbounds pass, uses a pump fake to get a little bit of space, nowhere to go, and he takes it out of his hands and throws up to Ford. Back to Battle on the right wing, 10 to shoot. Battle to the free throw line, pulls up, mid-range J, got it to go. Raekwon Battle, first points in the second half. He's into double figures, a quiet 11 points, but man, he is effective.
Yeah, 5 for 7 from the field too, effective and efficient.
Drive in underneath. Johnson puts it up and got it to go. Matt Johnson used a little bit of a pump fake, and now he's up to 15 points. Montana State passes ahead. Battle in underneath. And he kicks it back out to Ford. Montana State sets it up with a 70-52 lead, 7 minutes to go in the game. Bounce down to Lecolot on the right block, spins to his right shoulder, goes back to his left, uses the right hand, could not finish through Hughes, and Northern Colorado has the rebound. Here's Connect, had his pocket picked by Fuller, out of bounds, Bobcat basketball. As he was driving, Caleb Fuller came over with a little rake and knocked it out of play, and then it bounced off of Connect's feet, so it's Montana State ball.
Yeah, really nice play by Fuller. He's had a great game defensively. Hasn't been super active on the offensive side, but defensively he's been really good.
Lob ahead, Patterson has it as the Cats break that full court press, but only with a second or two to spare. Patterson with 4 threes, all of those, 5 threes, 4 in the first half, 1 in the second half. Montana State up 70-52, 6.5 to play. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ford for 3. No. Offensive rebound by Caleb Fuller, and the Bobcats can reset. Fuller try to post, nowhere to go, gives it to Battle, elevates, and slams it down with 2 hands. Raekwon Battle, big time jam again.
Really, really nice play there.
3 the other way, off the heel of the iron, no good, and Patterson cuts in for the rebound.
And I was going to say Fuller with that assist too. When your bigs can pass that well, and it just makes it such a different game offensively.
That got this place alive again as Montana State gets their lead back to 20. Had been cut as close as 11. Battle to the free throw line, pulls up the jumper. That's no good. Didn't really look like he had space to land there with Johnson closing defensively. And Northern Colorado has the rebound. Shaw working his way down to the left post. Throws it back up to Hughes. He wants to get rid of it. Handoff up top. Johnson picked up by Lecolot. Johnson picks up the dribble, didn't take advantage of the mismatch. Out to Shaw, driving, floats it up. Circus shot, got it to go. That would have been a block if it hadn't jumped up. Kind of squirted out of his hands as Battle got a hand on it, but somehow fell through. And Montana State into the front court, leading 72-54. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Fuller on the left wing. Gives it to Battle off a screen. Pulls up, free throw line, Jay. No, off the heel of the iron. And Northern Colorado has the rebound.
Man, that was a good look by Raekwon. He elevated up.
Now we got a foul up high. Everybody kind of banging in together, and they're going to charge that to Tyler Patterson. Kind of used his arm to shove down the screener. That's why Patterson gets hit with that one.
And it's going to put the big fella Hughes at the line. So
this game is brought to you by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it more at safemt.com. I've actually put Connect at the line here. So Patterson must have kind of grabbed Connect, who hits the free throw. Really, both guys are very good free throw shooters. Hughes actually has a higher free throw percentage than Dalton Connect. So the first one was good, second one due up. One is through as well. Dalton Connect at 9 points, the league's leading scorer in 21 a game. Montana State up 72-56, 4:55 to go in the ball game. Bobcats looking for their 10th Big Sky win. It'll be the 3rd time in 4 years the Cats win double-digit games in the Big Sky under Danny Sprinkle. Bounce pass over the left wing. Toss up to Nick Gazalez, who just checked in. Give it a Battle on the right side beyond the arc. Battle shuffling right around a screen. Picked up defensively down to the right baseline. Battle posted up against Reynolds. And a foul. Reynolds brought his hands in too tight. So foul on Langston Reynolds. Montana State will reset that shot clock back up to 20.
Checking in off the bench for the Bobcats, number 13, Joe Briscoe.
4:32 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 72-56. Excuse me, I said it would reset to 20. It is the free throws here for Raekwon Battle. And that free throw is good.
Raekwon now has got his night up to 13 points. Make that 14 with that make. Chance for 15 right here. Such a quiet night, but yet he's getting close to his average.
And he does knock down the free throws, so 15 total. He's been averaging 22 a game over the last 5. It's really turned it on over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Montana State up 74-56, 4:20 remaining in the game. Cats try to win their 5th straight, which would be their longest winning streak of the year. Shaw off the bench tries a 3. That swirls off no good. Darius Brown rips down another rebound. Brown has 6 and is climbing toward that magical milestone of 500 rebounds in his career. Brown's got it up at the top. He's also well over 100 assists now after the last couple of games. He's only gotten over 150 assists one other time in his career. Bello turns, hooks, no, too strong off the window from the right block. Rebound, Northern Colorado. Creech picked up at the top. Holding. Doesn't have his dribble and gets it out to Reynolds. Brown nearly took that pass away. Reynolds has the dribble, shuffles left around a screen, gets down to the left block against Brown. Nowhere to go and passes out of it to Shaw. 8 to shoot. Shaw against Gonzalez. Steps back to the free throw line. That jumper's no good. Fighting for the rebound, out of bounds. They didn't see it, and they're giving it to Montana State. Bridger Brewing Three Forks is now open for lunch and dinner. Stop by Wednesday through Sunday to enjoy our delicious food, craft beers, and cocktails. Bridger Brewing beers are now available at your favorite grocery stores and gas stations across Montana. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. We're stepping aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State looking to close it out, up 74-56 over Northern Colorado with 3:25 to go in the game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Montana State leading at 74-56 with 3:25 to go. Cats try to down Northern Colorado for the second time this season. We're sitting in the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, although Northern Colorado's coming off a great year. They were a 20-win team last year, made the semifinals of the CBI. Montana State waxed them in the first one. This one's been pretty lopsided, and Montana State looking to win 6 of the last 7 meetings.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a matchup thing. You know, I just don't think they have an answer for Bello Osabar, and then that just breaks everything else down for him.
Jed Miller getting ready to check in for the Bobcats. Raekwon Battle pressured, gets rid of it out to Darius Brown, who's had a starring role tonight with 12 assists, 6 rebounds. Montana State burning that clock down with a 74-56 lead. Right now the Bobcats with 4 players in double figures. Bello with 18, Battle and Patterson with 15, and Ford has 12. Here's a 3 on the left corner. That's no good, and they're calling a foul as a couple of bodies have ended up on the floor. Which one's getting it?
I think they're giving that to the Bears, and Jabril's going to get a couple shots.
Neil Hughes is fouled out. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. Alex Germer checking into the game for the first time since January 14th, the Missoula native. So nice to see him get in there. And Jed Miller checking in for the first time since January 14th against Weber State as well.
And it looks like he's going for Bello.
Yep. Bello puts in the free throw. So 19 points for Bello. He's been rolling lately. 17 against UNC earlier. He had 19 points, 10 rebounds on Thursday against Northern Arizona. Next shot, no good. A little frustrated he missed that one. Northern Colorado with a rebound, so Jed Miller waits a little longer. Kick into the left corner, working his way up to the top. Ramirez goes back down to the left corner. Shaw against Bello, hands off underneath, and Wisney able to finish. Nice passing inside. Montana State up 75-56, 2:40 to go in the ball game. Brown has it up at the top. Calm dribble here, burning that clock down again. Montana State built out a 23-point lead. Northern Colorado did put some pressure on. They made it an 11-point game and had a couple of chances to make it single digits, but Bobcats built it all back out. They've been in control in the later stages of the second half. Lecolot, three, no. Rebound, Northern Colorado at the end of the shot clock. Reynolds hands it off for Shaw. Steps back for three. That's no good, but an offensive rebound saved by Northern Colorado. Reynolds out of the left elbow. Poor Jed Miller just watching his playing time dwindle down here. Into the lane, Ramirez lays it up. That's no good, and a whistle. They're calling a
goaltend.
Okay.
Jabril went up through the net, which is
that's where it was, yeah.
Automatic call.
So they'll take Bello off the floor and bring Jed Miller into the game. So the bucket counts, and Luka Kolchak into the game as well. Darius Brown will take a seat.
Well, we thought the bench might get a little more run than they did, as the Bobcats didn't do a great job extending the lead out of the break, but these guys will get a couple minutes of run.
Miller pass ahead to Nick Gazales. Takes it out to the right wing. Back out to Miller. Cats will run the play here, up 75-58, 1:40 remaining in the ball game. Gazales over to Germer. Back up top, Kolchak works his way right, lets a three go. That's short. Rebound, Northern Colorado. Bears from right to left. Take it out to the top, spinning into the mid-post. Shaw to the cup, blocked, and they're going to count it. Kolchak took it off the backboard.
That was close. Pretty athletic play by Kolchak.
Know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana, 811.org. Pressure in the backcourt. Jump pass ahead. Gazales into the offensive set. Over to Germer on the left wing. Montana State will set it up. A reminder that DoorTech is serving all your garage door needs. DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Bounce pass underneath. Tipped. Lecolot recovers. 1:05 remaining. Cats up 75-62. Miller at the top. 7 to shoot. Over to Germer for three. No. Rebound, Northern Colorado. They're moving from right to left. Carter Ash is getting ready to check in, and Miller has a steal. Jed Miller with the steal on that long pass, and now timeout, Prime Lending timeout, just to bring in Carter Ash, Bozeman High alum. At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, they've been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our locations soon. So good to see Carter Ash into the game. He did have a chance to travel this last week as well. He has not always been on the travel roster, but nice when he gets the opportunity. 35 seconds left. Miller has a three blocked, and then a foul underneath going after that loose ball. And Sam Lecolot is that Sam? No, it's going to be Wisney called for it, and Brock Wisney has fouled out. Rocky Mountain Credit Union, supporting Bobcat wins for over 75 years and counting by members' choice. This financial institution is not federally insured, but each account is insured up to $250,000.
Sam gets to keep his free throw scoring run alive here over these last few games.
Yeah, so including today, he's at 11 points on 9 free throw makes, but he misses that one. And Lecolot feels like one of those guys, kind of a sleeping giant. At any moment, he could definitely start contributing in a big, big way. Missed both here, but the rebound tipped out. Boy, Kolchak got a hand on it and tipped it out. Montana State gets to set the shot clock a bit. Still about a 13-second differential, so Cats can run a play here. Carter Ash out of the left wing. Hands it off for Jed Miller. Gives back to Ash on the right side. Works his way to the free throw line. Going to the rack. Floats it up. That came up short. And the rebound grabbed by Northern Colorado. Shot clock is off. Montana State on their way to their 5th straight win and a 10th Big Sky victory. Reynolds on the right wing. 5 seconds left in the game. Reynolds to the cup, lays it up. No. Bobcats have the rebound, and that'll end it. Well, the Bobcats had the vim to win today. They take down Northern Colorado 75-62. Montana State with 4 players in double figures, including 19 by Jabril Bello. And the Bobcats have now won 5 straight. They are 17-8 overall, 10-2 in Big Sky play. Northern Colorado falls to 7-16. They are 2-9 in the Big Sky Conference. We remind you that Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get into our Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Montana State has won it 75-62 over Northern Colorado. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. Welcome to the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Montana State victorious today, 75-62. The postgame show brought to you by the Ribbon Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. Well, Brian, this was a nice ball game for Montana State. They did let Northern Colorado kind of at least crack the door there momentarily, but overall, Bobcats were in control in this one. Bello at 19. Raekwon Battle had a quiet 15 today. Tyler Patterson, 15 points, 5 threes. 12 points for Robert Ford. He also pitched in 5 rebounds, and Darius Brown had 6 rebounds, 12 assists, and had a string of 3 consecutive steals that really helped open this game up.
Yeah, pretty amazing overall. Just again, it's another Bobcat effort, right? Like guys all over the place, stats are full everywhere. I really kind of, where my eye goes to is the point guards. Combined Ford and Brown, 14 points, 11 boards, 13 assists, 3 steals, a single turnover. You're going to win a lot of games when your point guards are playing that well.
It's pretty crazy how big of a question the point guard play was coming into the year and how emphatically it's been answered.
Yeah, and a lot of that is just you had some massively big shoes that Xavier Bishop had left, and these guys have stepped into them nicely.
All right, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat basketball. Montana State victorious today. They defeat Northern Colorado by a final score of 75-62. I'm Keaton Galugli alongside Brian Prevey with Jesse Ropolato back in the studios. We will take a break, but we got plenty to get to. Get you caught up on some other scores today. And of course, later we'll talk with head coach Danny Sprinkle. Bobcats win it 75-62 over Northern Colorado, their 5th straight win. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Back on the Ribbon Chop House postgame show, Montana State winning it today 75-62 over Northern Colorado. At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. Well, Brian, with Montana State winning today, Jabril Bello put up another 19 points on 7 of 9 shooting, so he's 5 points away from overtaking Danny Sprinkle on the all-time scoring list in Bobcat history. But you kind of noted just some of his demeanor, his body language today. It definitely did stand out some.
Yeah, and I think some of that's probably the fact that he's going, man, I only got like 7-8 games guaranteed left in my career, and you start to sense that, like, wow, I'm mortal, right? Like it is going to end at some point, and you just saw some passion, he's having fun, he was smiling, and I thought the other Bobcats really responded to that.
Yeah, no doubt, and the hustle and the effort and the energy is there too, and you do see, Bello's example in the way Great Osibor plays. the amount of times we have seen Osabor not just reach in, but literally lay out, like dive, full on, willing to land hard on the hardwood. I mean, it really sticks out. You don't see big men doing that all that often, and it's a lot of fun to see. Montana State winning it today 75 to 62, and we are joined now by head coach Danny Sprinkle as the Bobcats get a nice win. Coach, I know you kind of talked about some of the effort, the energy in that last game. What did you think of the effort and energy today?
I thought it was great. We sent a message to them yesterday in walkthrough, and our guys responded. I knew they would. Obviously I wasn't very happy after Thursday's effort, and the guys came out today against a really good. I mean, they're so much better than their record. I mean, when you have 3 seniors and 3 guys that can score the basketball like they do, they're dangerous. That's a team you don't want to see in a tournament setting. And but I thought our guys did a great job today, taking care of the basketball again. Only 8 turnovers. That's huge for us. And what do we have? 4 guys in double figures. But I thought our intent and our mindset today was on defense and rebounding, which we needed.
Your point guard play was tremendous. 14 points combined, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 steals, a single turnover. Talk about Robert and Darius.
Yeah, they were great. I thought Robert was tremendous in the first half. Robert and Tyler, their threes, those were huge. Yeah. And it kind of got the monkey off our back a little bit. But that's what we're capable of doing, shooting the basketball. And but they controlled the game. I just told them that in the locker room. I mean, Darius, he could care less. He scored 2 points. That's the best thing about Darius. 12 assists, 0 turnovers, and just completely controlled the game.
Yeah, he really did. Caleb Fuller matched up on Connect, league's leading scorer.
Yeah.
24 a game, held him to 9 technically, but he wasn't actually on the court for 5 of them. So while he was on the court, he held him to 4. Tremendous effort by him. And another guy who didn't put up a ton of points but made a huge impact.
No question. His physicality, his ability, like we can switch, 1 through 4 when he's in. Even when Sam's in too, But I thought, even when Caleb wasn't in, our guys that got switched on to Connect, even Tyler at times did. But another key too, they hurt us a little bit at the end of the first half with some ball screens. They hit the guy on the roll. And our guys did a tremendous job, peeling off where our bigs would take their guard. And our guards got into their bigs' legs. And, Caleb or Jabril and Great, I thought, did a tremendous job of that.
Coach, 10 Big Sky wins. Not easy to do. You've done it 3 times now. Congrats.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
All right, head coach
but
Danny
we're
Sprinkle.
not happy with 10. We got to get a lot more than that.
Enjoy the journey, Coach.
You got it. Go Cats.
All right. Head coach Danny Sprinkle joining us today as Montana State has won it 75-62 over Northern Colorado. We'll take a break. More of the Ribbon Chop House postgame show coming up after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.